What's up, Savages? Today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm very passionate about and I firmly believe is the right thing. So if you guys agree with me on this video, I would appreciate everyone liking it and or sharing it to the world because God knows my reach is only so big. So we're going to hop into today's video. I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gandhi's Thoughts, brought to you by My Nutrition. I'm Gandhi, and today, you already know about the intro that I'm passionate about it, but I'm talking about coaches. Yeah, so there's been some heated discussions on Twitter. There's been, conflicting views on Reddit and everything like that. And to be honest, no one understands how important a coach is. They really don't. Everyone just kind of has like this weird stigma about them, or they're just like, oh, they're useless. Well, what we're going to do today is we're going to hop on Gandhi's fucking time machine and we're going to ride that bitch. And here's my time machine, just a tub of protein. We're going to hop on this bitch, and we're going to start all the way back at 2006. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the first coach in FPS Halo history. This is going to be Triple X. Now, on the far right, this is going to be Triple X. I'm that jackass in the middle pointing at the numbers because I have no idea what to do with the money. Now, we were part of Team Carbon, okay? We won the 2006 Nationals. We won the final 3 events in the year. But when we first started, okay, we had a different player. We had this guy named Strongside on our team, and he was super talented. We got second at the 2005 Nationals, but we kept falling short to final boss, and we didn't know why, right? So the first event, we come out and we get smoked by Straight Rippin'. Smoked. Absolutely smoked. I think it was like a 6-1, or it could have been a 2-3-0s. I really don't remember, but we got absolutely destroyed. And after that event, one of the MLG guys go, I think you guys would benefit from having a coach, like someone to make call-outs for you and time power weapons, right? Because how power weapons worked in Halo 2 is basically, let's say I was shooting the sniper, right? And I finally ran out of ammo. When I dropped it, when I just completely dropped it when it was out of ammo, it would reset and then the timer would start. So there was a big metagame there. And like power weapons, or power-ups, excuse me, like the overshield, were dynamic. So let's say I grab the sniper at 8:17. Obviously, I don't know it's 8:17 because there was no in-game clock. And that is what this guy right here, Triple X, used to do. So basically, he would see us grab the overshield, and he would just come back and be like, got it. And then he would just hit the timer, and then it'd be 2 minutes after that, or oh my god, I don't even know what the times were back then. But he would hit the timer, and it would just start going. And then what was so good about Triple X was he messed with people's heads, right? So back then, not everyone used headphones, right? Like, we didn't use headphones. I think Straight Rippin' used headphones. They used the Astros prototypes and all throughout 2006. So did Exit Wounds. Final Boss used Sennheisers basically from 2005 on because they were sponsored by Team 3D. We tried headphones. We ended up all realizing that we sucked with it, so we used open ear. Or we just used our ears, right? Like, we were just sitting there like this. Yeah, imagine no game sound, you guys would fucking go insane. And so what Triple X would do, though, is he would call out fake times, hoping that the other team heard him, so then we could get an easy kill. So he'd be like, 10 seconds overshield, and then people would run out there and they'd get fucking bamboozled, right? And then the most important thing he did, though, was a Shockwave was absolutely awful at communication. He was just absolute shit in 2006. And he would basically call out his screen. He would call out my screen. Like, as soon as I got a sniper, I wasn't talking. I was just going to sit there and kill things. So that's the first kind of coach that we really saw come in and make a difference. And I firmly believe if we did not have Triple X, we would not have won the 2006 National Championship. But it's neither here nor there. We're just going to go ahead. The next coach we're going to meet here, as we're going to go a little bit ahead, is going to be Andy Dudinsky. I think that's how you say his last name, but basically, this is Bravo. And it's funny because he has a Complexity jersey on, and we all know Mr. X, well, he's on EG now. This shit's crazy. So Bravo was a different kind of coach. Okay? Bravo started, he actually started in Halo 2, and then he went into Halo 3 is where he made his really prestige name. Now, traditional coaches were just all about in-game, and back then, there was this stupid fucking kids who just would go there and pick up coaches, and just so the coaches could drink and basically get like a pro pass and shit. It's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. But And I mean, that's still a thing today, which is kind of why some of the coaches are getting phased out. But for the most part, a lot of the coaches are actually good. Anyways, so Bravo actually kind of took coaching to a different level, right? He actually became one of the first coach managers. And what I mean by that is he let his players play. Like, he was on Triggers Down, okay? And Complexity. He had 2 different teams that he basically kind of flip-flopped through. When he was on these teams, he was just like, in between events, he was like, look, you guys do your thing. I'll watch a little film, nothing crazy because not too many people streamed back then. You guys do your thing. I'm going to help you guys get sponsors. And what Bravo would do, he would reach out to various organizations and help his team basically get travel funded. Right? Now this was one of the coolest dynamics of all time, because now the players didn't have to worry about selling themselves. No, fuck that. It was Bravo who had to sell them, and his paycheck almost the term depended on them. So he was able to make YouTube videos, and he grew and grew and grew, and now Bravo finds himself working at 343 Industries, praying to God that the next Halo is going to be awesome, right? So that's the next coach, all right? Now, obviously, he was still in charge of power weapons and everything like that, but that was a whole new dynamic which made the player's life less stressful. When you trust a coach, it's a 5th pair of eyes, man. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and meet our next coach here, and this is going to be at the exact same era as Mr. X, and that's going to, of course, be 2013. So the guy on the far left here is going to be Diesel. Now, luckily for him, he lost a fuck ton of weight, because in this picture, my God, does he look stupid. I had to do that because as soon as he sees this picture, he's going to be pissed off. Oh, by the way, the guy holding the trophy right there in the middle, that's Flame Sword. No beard. Looks a lot better. And that's Enable over to the side. And the Global Champion to the left. Yeah, I know, right? That team, actually, when you think back on it, it was pretty fucking insane. But so Diesel in 2013, obviously Halo Reach came to an end, and it was all now about Halo 4. It was Halo 4, right? Diesel gets picked up by an Ambush, and Ambush is basically to Halo as Complexity / EG now is to Call of Duty. They were winning every event, they were crushing everyone. Formal was just destroying everything in sight, right? They lost one event, which would basically be like EG losing PAX. Now, what Diesel did, Diesel changed a lot of things, okay? One, he increased the small talk, right? He would be like, Formal, Olaf's pushing up with you, he's got your back. Or Formal, just stay alive for a second, Olaf's going to be coming up, right? And the next thing that was crazy that he did was, yes, there was a dynamic timer, right? So basically, as soon as you grabbed the power up, it would then start the timer from there. So it'd be like 12:18, 12:18, the next time it'll come up is going to be 10:18, okay? So what Diesel did was, we used to call him NASA. He used to basically he would wait for about 15 seconds or a minute, because the power weapons are so important, as you guys all know. And he would grab the mic and he would push it close to distinguish his voice compared to his teammates, and he would go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And every single time on 1, his teammates would grab that overshield. Every single time. I couldn't tell you how many games I watched Diesel actually not miss a single overshield, right? Absolutely insane. This is completely fucking game-changing. Imagine that you're getting every single power weapon. Of course you're going to have an advantage. That's what the fuck's the purpose of coaches. And if you sit there and say, oh, well, some people are going to have better coaches than others. Yeah? Start of this fucking NBA. Moving forward. And last but certainly not least is EG's very own Mr. X. And I'm going to take a sip of drink before I get started on this one. Ah, it tastes so good. Alright. Mr. X. Yes, he played Rainbow Six. Yes, he takes selfies every day. Yes, there's a good chance that he could be... right? But... regardless, Mr. X is one fucking hell of a coach. He propelled Complexity, which is now EG, to the next level, okay? When you're a pro player and you switch over, or when you're a top caliber player and you switch over to being a coach, you understand things. Now, Mr. X in Call of Duty, I don't think, he can say what he wants, but I wasn't around then, but if I had to guess, I would say that Mr. X just really didn't even either have the reaction time or the shot or the team to really compete at the top level here at Call of Duty. So of course he's going to make the switch to being a coach. It only makes sense. So what does a coach do in Call of Duty? Well, I was a coach. I know a decent amount, but I'll tell you what Mr. X does. So there's a couple things. The first thing he does is he maps their road to the finals, right? Maps it. Which teams he's expecting to play. So winners bracket round 1, he's going to watch some of their matches, and then he's going to let them know. Winners bracket round 2, same thing. 3, 4, and then finals. That's how it's going to work. Why would he waste his time on someone who's on the round 1 side of the complete opposite bracket? That makes no goddamn sense. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So he's only going to go with potential matchups that he's going to go with. That's number 1. Okay? And he's going to sit down, he's going to talk with his team because they trust him. Second thing, most important, small talk, right? There's so many times where EG basically gets a little bit quiet and they're sitting there and things aren't going well, and then he's basically yelling at them to get it out. Like, get moving, it's time, increase the talking, we're fucking winning this, right? That's what he does. Period, right? Third thing, blitz, all right? This is something that, for whatever reason, a lot of people don't do, and it's almost damn near impossible for players to do this. So in blitz, you need to basically keep a mental head count of all the players who have been killed. So what I did for Curse, and what X does for EG, is you let them know. So let's say they're going up against Optic Gaming, right? And X is like, Nade shot down, Clayster down, we're looking for proof and scump, right? Right there, you now know what you're looking for. If you haven't seen them, one person's going to rotate back. You're keeping a running head count of your opposition. Why that is not a part of the game, I don't understand. I really don't. Like, that is so important. So beyond fucking important. All right? So that's blitz. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, that's just fucking blitz. Blitz isn't going to be in the next game. Well, regardless if it is or isn't, it doesn't matter. Here's the most important fucking part. Here it is, right? Call of Duty, right? People get this run and gun mentality. They get this whole fucking, they're just like, they get in there and they're spraying and praying. I can't tell you how many times I see pro teams not adjust to their opposition at all. So many. And I'm not talking about just throwing on incog or throwing smokes. I'm talking they're getting stunned. They're getting stunned out of their fucking ass, right? And no one throws on tack resist. Or they're going up against a team who's throwing double nades, and none of them have blast shields, or no one accommodates with a trophy system with reflex. No one's doing any of this shit. Well, that's what Mr. X is doing. He sees it happen once. He sees it happens twice. First time they die, he's basically like, guys, tack resist. You gotta throw on tack resist right now. And then they throw on tack resist. Second time, they start getting naded. He's like, hey guys, blast shields and trophies, we gotta go. These little things make them 1,000 times better. And so the first thing here, right? First things first. Coaches only make it look better. It's relatable. People can look at it and say, I know a coach. He's back there probably telling him how to shoot. Yeah, that's what it is. Second thing, which, it looks fucking awesome, man. I mean, look at these pictures. Like, look at this fucking picture. Where's it at? Okay, I got none of them in-game. Fuck it. I definitely thought I had one of them in-game, but I guess not. It looks awesome that he's sitting behind him and he's like moving back and forth, and his job's enduring the entire weekend. He's not sitting down, he's standing up. And that's basically the entire thing I'm trying to say, is there has been an evolution of coaches, right? Started off as a person who was just playing a little bit of mind games. Then we saw like a manager. Then we saw a guy with a fuck ton of communication who changed the game. And then we just saw the same thing here, right? So these two coaches are on the exact same level of playing field, but they are just getting phased out. I understand, right? There's been so many shitty fucking coaches in the past, but this, to see it now, is, I just don't agree. But we'll see. Anyways, tomorrow's video, X Games 17 plus or Saints, The fact that he can't go anywhere. Literally. Stay tuned. Love you, but I don't love you. I don't know why I said stay tuned. I don't like this at all. What have I become? Oh my god, I'm appalled. Let's try this again. As always, I love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy. Holy shit, guys. I thought I lost it there for a second. Whew. Scary.